Hello and welcome to CVG's review of Payday 2. My name's James Jarvis and I'm here with the reviewer Andy Kelly. Hello Andy.
Hello.
So here we are, Payday 2. Should we start off on the basics? What's changed since the first one?
Loads.
Good.
Is a simple answer. The more complicated answer is the first game had a really small set of heists and it was pretty much just lots of shooting. Like you'd start the heist and then inevitably it would turn into a big old shootout with loads of really quite dumb cops charging at you with some really quite boring, flabby shooting. So it wasn't the seed of a great game was there, but it wasn't quite a great game. This is the seed has begun to grow into a better game.
So how many heists has that grown into then? In
there's something like 30 here, and a lot of them are like multi-stage. So you'll steal the loot. And then you'll make the drop off to the guy who gave you the thing, but then he might betray you or he might not. It's all randomized, so it's got a kind of Left 4 Dead randomization element, and even the whole layout can change. Like there's like a medium-sized bank heist that I've played a lot, and it's always slightly different. Like a security camera might be in one place where it isn't another time. The location of the vault might be somewhere that's harder to defend from the incoming SWAT cops, as you try to drill into it. So there's a lot of random elements, which makes it really interesting. Okay, and is this just, well obviously it isn't, but can you play this on your own in single player? You can play it on single player, but it's rubbish. Right. It's rubbish on your own, because the problem is that the AI can't pick up any of the loot, so you've got to get 3 bags of jewels to the escape van. Yeah. If you were playing with a group, everyone would have a bag, but here the AI can't, so you'd have to do them one by one. It's playable, but it's no fun. Basically, the single player option is there, and the AI companions aren't stupid. They're really good at reviving. So if you're playing with 2 people, you often don't have to bother about reviving them because the AI will drop everything and run to their rescue. But you have got to play this in co-op, and ideally with people with headsets, and that's when it really becomes great. I was going to say, can you play it with like 2, or is it better with 3 or 4? Obviously 4 is probably the best. Well, you can play with 4, but even if there's only 2 of you or 3 of you, you can still play it, and the AI will fill in the gap. But having teamwork really makes it come alive, because there's a lot of interesting tactics here, whereas the first one, like I said, would just devolved into an FPS. Here there's kind of like an RPG character customization system with skill trees and weapon parts, and you can create builds. So you might have the mastermind who can psych out cops and make them arrest themselves, like tie themselves up. Okay. And you can, or you could go like the Ghost, who, as the name implies, is stealthy. You can pick up bodies and dump them out of the path of patrolling guards. You can use silencers and silent takedowns. You've got the like a tech expert who can use an electronic jammer to shut off security cameras for a short period of time. And you can actually combine some of these different skill trees to create really unique character builds. And if you've got a good balanced team who can do all these interesting things, but when you start the game, you've just got like a sort of M16 type rifle and nothing really in way of gadgets. So your only choice is to blast your way out of a heist with the loot. But the more stuff you unlock, the more interesting the game becomes, because it's possible to stealth heist without being seen at all. Like if you keep the civilians under control, you get rid of the cameras, you subdue the security guards, you tie them up. You can do a really slick, efficient heist, and it's really fun when the 4 of you're playing with 4 mates and you pull off a really slick heist. You feel like awesome because you've worked together and kept everything under control, and it's got a really great tension about it. But then when the cops inevitably come, they come in droves, and they're even randomized, so it might throw 2 riot shield guys at you when you get inside the vault, blocking your way out. It might throw like armored guards or snipers covering the escape van, and it's all random again. And you always feel, what's great about it is that when the heat comes, you feel constantly on the edge of failure, constantly like, well, we're never going to do this, oh, I've done it. So it keeps you really on a knife edge. It's really well done. So it's not just sort of find the building, go into it, and then shoot everyone. There is a tactical element. I mean, most cases you'll mess up unless you're really good at it. It's a really hard game, I must say, to stealth a heist. Some of the smaller ones it's easier, but some of the bigger ones it takes a lot of knowing the map and knowing how your gadgets work, and and combining your teammates' powers with yours. But then when it actually gets down to the shooting, it's just the shooting is much better than the first game, and like it's really satisfying when you're sort of mowing cops down, if not morally sound, but you know, their helmets ping off and stuff. So it's a much better shooter under it all.
So overall, compared to the first one, it's a massive step up, and as a heist game, I guess it's got its own sort of genre, but you'd say it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's kind of like Left 4 Dead-ish with crimey elements, and it's a little bit more strategic than your average multiplayer shooter. And yeah, if you've ever wanted to play that bank robbery scene from Heat with friends, then this game allows you to do so.
Some pretty sweet snatch and grab back there. I bet they're going to invest in better security measures.